Hi friends, welcome to my second episode of Conversations from the Road. I meet so many interesting people when I'm traveling, and I believe everyone has a story to tell, and I love to share those stories with you. I recently sat down with my friend, Christian author Dana Ford. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, I am with my friend and actually relative through marriage, Dana Ford. Dana is married to my cousin Becky Worthing, and he's here with me tonight. I'm singing at their church in New Grenada, Pennsylvania, and always excited to come and share at this church. But I didn't know this until a little while ago, that Dana is a writer. He writes fiction novels, but they're Christian-based, and I wanted to have him as my guest on Conversations from the Road. Say hi to the folks, Dana.
Hi, folks.
Well, listen, tell me about how you got started in writing. I know you started as a young boy writing, but go ahead.
I had an interest in it when I was young, but I kind of put that aside because I didn't like the attention. I got it from the teachers at school.
Oh, really?
Really?
What was the attention?
Well, I know one of the stories I wrote, a short story, was passed all through the faculty lounge, and all the teachers read it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was.
What was the story about?
It was more in the Stephen King kind of genre.
It was a little scary.
Yeah, it was kind of gory.
Kind of gory. And how old were you when that was?
Oh, I was probably 13 or 14.
Oh, wow. And what got you into writing Christian books, Christian-based stories? And
well, as I got older in life, I went back to college for a degree in English, and I had a creative writing course, which we all had to have that for English. And we had to pass our stories back and forth amongst the class for critiques. Mm-hmm. And two of the people that read mine privately messaged me and said, "Your story made me cry."
oh, wow. Yeah.
So I thought, I should be using this talent. I'm wasting it if I don't use it.
Yeah. And so I guess you realized that through your writing that you could touch people and also tell them
Yes.
About Jesus and about God, right?
Yeah, because I knew I was born with this talent. I didn't always acknowledge that, but I know I didn't make it. It came from somewhere else.
Oh,
It came
absolutely.
from on high, just like you're singing.
Oh, thank you. But Dana, you can tell Dana's a little shy, but I'm excited about these books, and I'm excited to read. Now, this is your first book. It's called the Jesus Rock, and his writing name is D.L. Ford. What's the L stand for?
Lee.
So Dana Lee Ford, D.L. Ford, and that's his first book. Now, tell me a little bit about the Rock, the Jesus Rock.
Funny, this was totally God-driven because I didn't know what I was going to do. I did a lot of my praying at that time, either behind the wheel of my car while I drove to work or at the wheel of my riding tractor as I mowed the grass.
Yeah. That was your time to kind of be with God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our pets had died, and one of the kids had a little rock they did in Sunday school. It said Jesus on it, and it was on the grave. And I'm driving through the yard, and I look. That's the title of my book, The Jesus Rock.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There was no story at that point, but I knew that is the title.
And so that was your inspiration.
Yes.
For this book.
That's where it started.
That is so cool.
And
That is so cool.
I never knew where the story was going. It was a surprise to me as I wrote it.
Really?
Really.
So you didn't map it out.
No.
You just started and kind of went.
It was not mapped at all.
Well, that's a God thing.
I'd get some inspiration and it'd go a ways and that would be done. But then the next day I'd hear something on the radio or feel a verse through another outlet or a sermon, and hey, that's where the story's going. And it just kept building like that the whole way through the book.
Well, I tell you what, I'm excited to read this book, and I hope you are too, because I'm gonna put on here where you can get Dana's books. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second one that you wrote is called The Trials of Jim Dunning.
Yes.
And that's this book right here.
He's the main character in the first book.
Now, who is Jim? Jim Dunning's not a real person,
Not a real person.
but just somebody, a character you came up with.
In fact, if people are from Bedford County in Pennsylvania, Dunning is Dunning's Creek. That's where I got the last name for the character.
Oh, really?
And that's Balancing Rock in
Balancing, yes.
Trough Creek State Park.
This rock, my dad used to take my mom on dates to this rock. This is called Balancing Creek. We all know, us kids, we all know this rock. We've been there many times. So,
That's actually my son there sitting on the rock.
oh, it is? Okay, that's
A
his
lot
son.
of Photoshop work there, though,
Oh, sure.
because he'd only be about that.
Yeah,
He was
because it's a
his
huge.
spec.
Yeah, the rock. This rock's bigger than what it. But so give me just a little bit of the backstory of your character, Jim Dunning. Just a little bit, just to tease them a little. We're not going to tell them the story, but just a little tease.
He's a very bad biker on the wrong path of life.
Oh wow. And then I'm assuming. Well, we won't tell them. We want them to get the book to find out more about Jim Dunning, the bad biker, who hopefully turns his life around.
Oh, he does.
Oh,
He
that's
does.
awesome.
I'll give the audience that.
Oh, good. Now, the third book is The Mysterious Tunnel. And right there, Mysterious Tunnel. And obviously, this tunnel is a real tunnel.
Real tunnel.
And it's one of those, you were telling me before, because we were talking about the turnpike, but this is a tunnel made for trains, right?
It's the original, why they originally built it. It was never used for that, though, because
Really?
the train never went through.
Never went through it.
They built a lot of the structure to build the path and everything, but
What
Never
now?
went through.
Now tell me the preface for the Mysterious Tunnel. What's tell me a little bit about that. Tease this story a little bit.
that is actually based around one of the characters from the first book.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the main character, but it was
Okay.
another character. I introduced another one.
Okay, so
It's their entire different adventure, just those two.
so is this kind of a spin-off from the first book?
Yes.
So from the Jesus Rock, this one's like a spin-off. Okay, that's cool. I'm interested. All right. Now, the last book that you've written so far, we hope you write more.
There's some in work, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
It's called The Project Soul. And this one right here, Project Soul. I'm going to put all these up on once we finish here. But now tell me about The Project Soul. Now that title is pretty cool. How'd you come up with the title?
I really can't answer that. I don't know.
It just came. I know
just
that.
came.
I
It
know
just
that's the way
came.
with me. Sometimes when you write things, like I write songs, it just like that comes to you, and you don't know. There was nothing like your first book. You saw the rock and it had Jesus on it, so there's the Jesus rock. But like some things just come to you. Well, tell me about Project Soul.
It's totally different from the others. It's different characters, different story. Although the main characters do have a cameo appearance.
Oh, really? So you've been tying.
They've all been separate, but they all kind of tie together as well.
Okay, so if you see a character in one of the other books, you may see them in one of the
Yes.
other ones. Okay, so what's the preface of this book?
This one was based around a corporate scientist, a young guy who just has everything he was after and finds out he didn't really. He's bored to death.
Yeah,
He knows there's more, but he doesn't know what it is, and
he's searching.
he's searching.
And we've all been like that. I know I've been, and we see people like that. You think that they may have everything that they want and the bull by the horn, so to speak, as far as the world, but they're missing that something. And I think we both know what that something is.
Yes, we do.
And that's Jesus. And we're Dana, I know, has been a Christian for many years, and I was excited to be with him and his wife Becky, my cousin, and I just thought I'd share with you his story. I love sharing other people's stories. So I'm gonna put these books up again when we get finished here, And you tell them where they can find them, and I'll put the banner on later. But tell them where we can find.
They're all available on Amazon.com. The fourth one, you can actually get them Barnes & Noble if you'd like a hardback copy.
Oh, wow. This one, the Project Soul book.
Or you can go to dlfordbooks.com, which gives a little synopsis of the story. And there's links to where you can buy them. Or you can buy them directly from me. But if
That's
you'd like,
awesome.
if
Yes.
you'd like them autographed, which I don't
Oh,
know.
yes.
I don't know why
there you
people
go.
want an
Get them
autograph,
You
but-
can get them autographed, and you can put a little message in there for them. A little Bible verse, I'm sure, or something like that. Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you something before we wound this up. I know what I was going to ask. What's your next book? Do you know what the story is yet, or are you still kind of...
The next book actually has all the same characters from the first book again.
Well, see, now we got something to look forward to. That's awesome.
And
Dana,
I'm about halfway
thank
through
you.
it.
That's great. God bless you.
Well, thank you. Bless you too.
And keep writing, keep spreading the word of Jesus.
I will do as much as I can.
All right, sir. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
God is good, God is great, God is love, don't ever underestimate what His precious love can do. Always faithful to me and you, committed to love by the sacrifice He gave.